I asked my son earlier today, "Son, do you want to hear an awesome Batman impression?" He says, "Yeah, go on then." I said, "No, not the kryptonite." And he said, "That's Superman." I said, "Yeah, thanks. I've been practicing a lot." Welcome to Shave&Butcher. On a less serious note, we're counting votes in the American presidential election and it's hard to figure out who's going to win. I think a reasonable compromise would be that Joe Biden becomes the president, but he keeps Melania. No? Just a thought. I don't know if it's up for negotiation or anything. I just had a head shave and I used the best gear I have for head shaves. The one blade. No, one blade is something else. God, what is it called? You know what I mean. This thing, it's broken and everything. I still use it because it's fantastic. And I used the best shaving product I know for head shaves. Viking for men, Bulgarian shaving cream. Got this from Zani Sahini, who runs Witch Shavers United Facebook group, and it's just terrific. I was going to use something else. I'm going to do the face shave with this thing too. I haven't done that in ages, if ever. So I'm going to do that. I'm not even going to tell you what soap or brush I was going to use. Let's do the this instead. Yeah, so presidential election. It's so entertaining. I know a lot of Americans are suffering a bit because it's a painful exercise and people are angry on both sides. Both sides, and it's obviously an important choice for the country. Mind you, it's perhaps not as important as a lot of people think. Because you're gonna get by in life regardless of who wins, really. And if you compare to your average, sort of European country, politics kind of improves. Whichever you fancy has a lesser impact on your life in America than in Europe. So it's not the end of the world. I know it's a cultural war and it's all that, but anyways. This is so slick, I can't get it off my hands. Such a good cream. Post shave is absolutely horrific. It dries my skin like mad. But I'm gonna put a balm on anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Feather DX with a super professional blade. I don't know how many shaves I've had with it. Less than 10. I'm gonna say 5. Yeah, feels good. This cream, seriously, and this is, I don't know what it cost, because again, he gave it to me. A few euros, I imagine, and it lasts for quite a bit of time. It's just the slickest thing. I'm not joking when I say I haven't experienced anything slicker. I've experienced things as slick. And in my opinion, at least using straights and chevettes, the spread on slickness is pretty narrow, because most people who attempt to make a shaving soap or shaving cream, they at least manage slickness. It's rare that it's really bad. You saw how easily I put that on. I just put it on and choose the amount of water I prefer. And it passes the Johan test and everything. So yeah, so presidential election. This is, I haven't been able to concentrate on work for a few days now. It's so interesting and entertaining. And it has been for a long while, obviously. And I hear on Swedish television that Kanye West got 60,000 votes. And is that even news? What about Jo Jorgensen got over 1.5 million? Haven't heard about that. I guess you do in America, but that's quite a few votes. And I wager if America had a slightly different media landscape, old Joe would get a bit even more. I don't know about that. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, the fact that she gets less, and this is bordering of being political, has to partially be down to marketing. Got towels everywhere. Anyway, Jo Jorgensen, Google her. That's a classy lady. Oh, it's a good shave. You know, if you're using a balm, a proper balm, or a moisturizer or whatever afterwards, you can use anything slick. You really can. And this cream has residual slickness. It's the kind of residual slickness that is, bordering annoying when you want to get it off. It's like, can't get it off. It's quite a synthetic feeling soap, if that makes sense. It feels and smells artificial. It's just so ridiculously slick and easy to use and easy to maneuver that I'm, very, very comfortably so far shaving with a straight razor looking weapon, and I'm just happy with my lather. Yeah, it doesn't look anything. You can lather it a bit more, but it's not really for a brush, so I don't use it as something I try to build a lather out of. It's just freakishly slick. I put in as much water as I possibly can. And if you have a facial hair, like a goatee or a mustache, this stuff is brilliant because this is all the slickness you need, but you see right through, right? So you can cut the lines properly. I bet there's hundreds of creams similar, a few dollars, a few euros, and just bloody good. It does not give me a luxury. Oh, stop talking when you do the upper lip, Jesus. It doesn't give me the luxurious feeling. Of a good artisan soap. But sometimes you don't look for that. That's just crazy. Now that's me being stupid. That's me talking with my lip moving while I put the blade to my face. I mean, what do you expect? Has nothing to do with the razor, has nothing to do with the soap. Thank you once again for participating and asking questions in my little Q&A thing. It's quite interesting. One question that has lingered in my mind a bit was one that Samuel asked. He said he said either where do you want or where do you expect the industry to be in 10 years? I think those are two questions, and those are really interesting questions. Just perfect and dry. So I want to ask you those two questions. Where do you think the industry is going to be? And when I say industry, I mean the making of shaving products and maybe YouTube and so forth. Where do you think we're going to be in 10 years from now? And where do you want us to be? I try not to think 10 years ahead because, you could be dead. So why waste the time? But it's an interesting thought experiment, isn't it? I'll be quiet now while I shave the upper lip. I said in the Q&A, Chris asked me what my favorite type Chevette is. I said the WEC. This thing is also so good. And I really enjoy this cream. I really do. I really do. Okay, so I'm not going to put any extra on. I've got a wet hand. Instead of lathering up again for having touched the throat, I just put water on and I do this. And you're good to go. Incredible. Oh, Doug there, barely normal wet shaver, had a video on the hollows. So this is a bit hollow, right? How do you shave that? He had a technique which I think is very good. I'll just show you what I do. And it's hard to do because this thing is so damn slick. So what I tried to do is I tried to even out. I stretch the skin so it's hollow here. I stretch the skin so it becomes straight. That gives me no worries whatsoever in reaching the hollow area. And I get a stretch in, so I get a close shave. This is perfect. If you're prone to irritation on the neck, it might not be a good idea. But if you're not, it works a charm. It's too slick. Yep. Yes. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Go and rinse that right off. I'm going to rinse off camera because this is going to take a while. A stupendously good shave. Stupendous is what it is. I'm going to apply two aftershave products. One is A&E's Asian Plum, and okay, that's the soap I was going to use. And that soap is in every way a superior soap to the cream I just used. It's just, sometimes it's nice to keep it easy, keep it cheap, keep it, and A&E has nothing when it comes to, well, A&E is not more slick than the Viking shaving soap. It's as slick, probably, if you get the lather right. Oh, this is so close. This is 98% of BBS with 2 passes. What do you think? What do you think? Qu'est-ce que vous en pensez? Put a bit on the head too, that we shaved just before, and we're gonna smell good. The wife's going to like that. because she likes Asian plum. And since, well, I usually put a balm on, but especially since this dries the hell out of your skin, I'm going to put on Aqua Velva's 5-in-1 sensitive that I got from John Line. I love this. This is not expensive, not fancy or anything. I just find it really good. And the scent is good too. The scent has no chance on the Asian plum because the Asian plum is extraordinarily powerful. But if you have, if you put on nothing but the Aqua Velva cream, where you put it on after Thayer's or something, then you smell it for a while. It smells good, and it smells nothing like the Aqua Velva aftershave splash that I am not a fan of, but I do like the cream. Much like my friend Drew. He's the same. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching. Wow, that was a good shave. See you later, alligators, and stay sharp.